Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Light Series. Here for race number 2 of the season, and it is another banger of a track here at Auto Club. I think you guys remember how much I absolutely adore this place in the Cup Series race. I talked about it all day and night. Now it is time for the Xfinity guys to come in and show them show everyone what they got. Last week, we actually had a brand new winner and actually somewhat newcomer in P. Colligator. He is going to be starting P20, or actually technically P19 after I leave here in this race. But he was able to snake a win over our current points leader, Agent Orange, wherever he is. He is going to be starting in P5. So, Auto Club, this race was won by an RS Meat Wagon last Saturday, just 2 days ago. So, with these guys, we are looking at a possible upset for a lot of these Xfinity drivers. As I'm looking at the points here, 14 points separates P. Colligator in P2 from Agent Orange in P3, or P1, I should say. And that is going to be the biggest thing that I'm going to be talking about all night long. But of course, we're still commemorating our fallen racer and friend, Travis Tyson. We have two people coming out and showing their respects, Denkate as well as Hamilton, both putting in a scheme in order to actually commemorate their fallen friends. So we'll be taking a look at that as we look on through. But as we load back in, because they're loading in right now, let's actually take a look and see where everyone qualified. This is going to be the big question here, because it may not be where you qualify, but you definitely don't want to be in the middle of the pack. We saw that early in this run. Looks like we have 21 drivers joining us tonight. You have the rear of the field. P3, last of the podium spots, is going to be Hamilton right there, shuffling up through the field. You have P2, which is going to be JCR Clashing, as well as a B comp coming out and having a stomping lap, a whole tenth faster than his compatriots there. But always Freedom as well, looking mighty strong there in P7. He's currently P3 in the standings right here. So a lot of these guys may have something here. So I'm actually very curious. I have 3 different POVs with us tonight. Sauce. We also have Denkate and Bassbuck, as per usual, for our POVs. So let's take a look and see what these guys have in store. So, of course, B-Comp with a stomping start right there. JCR Clashing coming in on in, and it's going to be a mad dash for the bottom. However, this is going to be immediately shifting up to the top side right here. So a lot of these guys may want to have the bottom immediately. Oh, my goodness, as we have another stomping start back there. You guys saw that in the beginning of the run. That is immediately going to be a yellow. Wow. The 6 of Keith getting all out of sorts to begin with. So didn't even get through turn 2. What happened back there? It looks like the 78 as well as the 6. So that's a 78 of Just Ken and the 6 just got into each other, and there was absolutely no way to stop that. That is the 6 of Keith right there. So yeah, these two getting caught up in a very early incident. But hey, this actually may prove beneficial for these guys right here, because they're not so much worried about fuel. You're worried about tires. You really want to get the setup in as quickly as possible, and usually this takes about a good stage and a half to do if we go green. So this is actually going to allow everyone to get back in, allow for those setups to get done. And now we're basically just going to be reset right here. So a little bit of a shift here in this opening start. A couple people already sniping a few positions. You see the front row remains the same, but the 19 of Agent Orange now is P3, with Hamilton dropping back a whole 2 rows back there. So we're going to be watching from right here. Let's actually take a look from the back shot. So here's P. Colligator being quite in the middle. The 61 is going to run up high right here, coming out really exit. So okay, cool, we made it past turn 2, and that's all we really care about. But yeah, 4 wide going into turn 3 right here. Everyone looking for those fresh tires. Very, very tight are these Xfinity cars. The 8 of Freedom Flyer, Cobra teammates right there. kind of getting into it all out of sorts. The Hamilton as well is going to be caught in the apron, and he is going to be spinning in the grass. The 44 of Hamilton goes and spins by himself. No one else to collect, and that will not be a yellow here. People getting all out of sorts, and unfortunately, that 44 is going to be by his lonesome for the rest of this stage. Very short stage here after this caution, only going to be 12 laps to go remaining in this race. JCR Clashin, like I said, first race with us here in the Light Series, did not make the Daytona opener, already having a great start. The 21 of Kobe as well, long time no see by purple and white team owner Kobe. He's looking strong as well down there in P3. All of these guys getting all out of sorts. There's the 44 and the 99, or sorry, the 6 of Napier back here. I'm not sure what happened to Napier, but the 44 all out of sorts. On board with Mike G. This is back-to-back pole winner Mike G. To you guys. Coming out and having a strong start. Look at that draft all the way in the backstretch. And look how tightly that is right here. Let's take a lap on board with Mike G for a hot second. You can see that the bottom side is the preferred side. However, if you really get the top side hooked up, you can actually go a long way. Kobe is trying to take a look, and he is going to absolutely try to soar it past the 15 of B-Comp, and he will. However, the 15 exactly right there. If you can have a strong top side right there, you can actually make a whole lot of stuff happen. But look at this top side. This is going to be a great shot of this. The 90 is going to absolutely decimate everyone right here. The 19 is going to go look very strong. He's going to take it 3 wide. The 7, a little bit of contact right there. And now the 54, that is our Saturday winner right there, is going to get into the mix. Very aggressive by the 19 of Agent Orange, but was able to hold it stout. But I'm looking at the 3 wide scenario right here. Now he is on the back, or I guess say a sucker hole, right there in the middle, and he has to really watch it going into turn 1 right here, and everyone holding stout. Look at that Pete Cola Gator coming up from the back of the field, and here he is right here oh my god, what happened back here? And that is going to be a caution. We just saw that literally as we were shaking on through trying to get to Pete Cola. I had to look at that. That was insane. So let's take a look at that. So it looks like these guys were all grouped together, and it looks like the 36 got the apron, maybe? I would assume, yeah, because he was already spinning. So the 36, Brian SP, getting the apron and just taking out the back part of the field. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, that's what I was saying, Denkate. The 36 absolutely got destroyed. And because of that, looks like we're going to have to restart right here. Looks like, how many laps are left right here? I'll find out as soon as they cross the line. But Denkate is going to be basically taking no tires here. He's trying to get those track position. 7 laps to go in this opening stage. Everyone going for that track position right there, and that is going to be the story of the race here. Avoid the butter. The butter in this case is actually turn 1 apron. So as we kind of go into the back right here, you can see that everyone all out of sorts back here, trying to get back to the front. Everyone trying to save a little bit of tire, but look at that! Oh my goodness, Denkate is going to get out of sorts, and again, the 4 broadcaster Clay getting up to the apron. Oh my goodness, the 99 of Sauce getting taken out because of that, and I think we have Kimura trouble on the front stretch. Is that going to be another caution? The 51 of Coyote, the 4 is still up here, trying to get it all out of sorts, and oh my goodness me, I apologize for the cautions, ladies and gentlemen, but everyone kind of going for it, going full send. So Picola looks like taking the top spot right here. You have much like we saw last week right here. The 19 of Agent Orange right down below, the 54 of Xander actually making his way up through the field. B-Comp still back here as well, trying to have a good run. But yeah, I am not sure exactly what happened, though. Having a instance of people just hitting the apron and just washing back up on track. That is, like I said, that is the butter. Even in turns 3 and 4, where you can actually run down there, if you are not careful, you are absolutely going to decimate your you are absolutely going to decimate your opponents here. So because of that, again, it looks like the 99 is Sauce also had a instance. What happened here? Looks like he was trying to run the high side, hit the apron, and then hit the wall, and then kind of bounce off of it. He pulled a Xander there, and yep, that's unfortunate for him. He is Sauce, definitely not having a good stage. So, Xander taking the top spot right here, Bassbuck P2. We saw, literally saw this just this past Saturday. Pete Cola here, still in P3. Everyone still chasing each other right here into this draft. Here is the 10 of Monster on board with this second pack. With the 78 Just Ken, you have the 5 of Napier all in line. Joyride's back here, all our sorts very, very spread out here after this opening instance. But this is all in stage 1. Hopefully it kind of leaves it in stage 1. The 9 of Masoke's getting underneath the 8. He's going to get him a little bit tight. And here, Hamilton's going to try to split the middle. No help for him. So he is going to have to follow Freedom right here in order to try to make something happen. The 5 of Napier as well, holding on to the draft. Same thing with Just Ken. The 44 is going to be able to get that pass done on the 8. Looks like falling out of this lead pack here, Kobe and the 7. Falling out of the lead draft, actually. And how many laps to go? 2 laps. So the 19 of Agent Orange, who restarted on the front row, has now fallen back to P6. Unfortunate for him. But don't look now. The 90 of JCR Clash and kind of falling into a little bit of early trouble, getting out of the lead and then into a little bit of kerfuffling, is now in P2. The 54 of Xander up top right here, trying to make it full, trying to make something happen right here. But unfortunate for a lot of these guys who lost the draft, meaning like the 7 and the 21 back there. This is the final lap of stage 1, and we're going to be on board with the 54 this entire time. The draft is going to have to come from the back right here, so I have to see what's going to happen. Given he's doing exactly what he needs to do, given draft to both sides, so one just doesn't have a huge run. But the 18 is probably going to be the one with the best opportunity here. Slow and fast out here. 54 really tossed it on in. But no, he's going to run out of track time right here, as he will try to get to the top side, but will not be able to make the pass. Side by side, a little bit of touching right there, and the 54 will get stage 1 here. So as the stage concludes, looks like we're going to be looking at the top 5 being Xander, Bass, JCR Clash, and P. Colligator, B-Comp, Agent Orange P6, Mike G P7, Kobe P8, Masopes P9, Freedom Flyer P10. I'm actually very curious as to what the Discord is saying over all this right here. Let's see here. Sauce apologizing right here. Kobe as well apologizing to Mike G. Bass, of course, saying screw the 54. It's awkward now in your party chat. I'm not sure why. Anyway, so restarting here, we're going to be getting back to... Let's take a look and see what's happening in the back of the pack right here. So let's take a look from Broadcaster Clay's POV. Clay, unfortunately, got caught up in that major accident, and he's going to have a perfect shot here going into lap 1. Turn 1, lap... the 61 getting out of sorts, the 99 up here as well. everyone getting into a good rhythm right here. There we go. The 4 broadcaster Clay going down low right here, trying to get a little something happening. The 36 Brian, a little bit of touch by the 51, no harm, no foul. Denke getting up the track right here, someone into the grass, not sure what happened there. That is the 8 of Freedom Flyer, the 10 of Monster as well getting loose right there, and everyone is now trying to just break away from the chaos. All right, let's go back on board with in this lead pack right here. Here's Just Ken, the 5 of Napier, getting a little impatient with him, kind of running up the track a little bit. And they may actually lose a draft because of that, because that 44 is absolutely coming. And a little bit of contact between the two right there, saying, hey, I don't appreciate that. That bump going into turn 1 right here. So now the 78 is saying, hey, you know, what the heck, man? Tempers are running high. But yeah, let's go back to our lead draft here. The 54 in front, the 18 in P2, the 08 of Pete Colligator running out the top 3. JCR clashing right behind, and 19 right behind them to round out the top 5. 12 laps to go in this stage. Very, very short. This race is actually very short for all things considered. 125 laps main deck. Sorry, it's 150. 150 laps main for 100%. On 50%, it is 75. So every one of these stages is a sprint for a lot of these drivers. The 08 looking down low, the on the 18, the 19 doing the same on the 90, and now these Toyotas are going to try to link up and see what they can do. However, don't look now. You actually have the 44 making their way forward here on this opening stint of stage 2. Looks like everyone got their contact high out of the way. Never mind, actually, as the 4 kind of crossed over into the way of the pack right here. Here is the 99 on board with the 51 of Coyote, trying to move forward. Napier as well, going to be the bread and the meat in the sandwich here. The 4 down low, the 99 up high, the 5 smack dab in the middle. They're both going to thread them and actually get the spot right there. Unfortunately, they are out of this lead draft, so out of stage point territory. However, they can still have a good stage, because it looks like those guys just in front of them did actually lose the draft. So they can actually, they're just outside the stage point territory. This is P12 and P13 right here. Oh, Sauce doing an excellent move right here as the 5 got below. No room down there, man. As the 99 is going to have a lot of momentum moving forward. And because of that, they may actually have a good leader here, much like he was on Saturday, trying to lead into the lead draft. May actually close on in on the 21 that's just in front of him. 3 wide, though, for P2, with 54 up top, the 90 down low, and you have the 7 of Mike G kind of putting his hat into the ring. A little bit of contact between the 19 and the 90, nothing too crazy, but that 19 is going to get that draft here. The 90 is going to try to side draft, though, and try to close on in, but the 18 is going to fill that gap. And you can now see that something's happening back here. On board with the second pack, the 36, what the heck? What happened there? A 36 swing and a miss right there on that opening stint. Not sure what he's doing, but there we go. Not sure what the heck happened there. We saw that going live. The 51 as well getting all out of sorts. I don't know what happened to Coyote. Coyote was was in the same pack as Sauce. Let's take a look and see what happened to Coyote. So this happened going into turn 1, it looks like. And look, I don't know. I don't have a camera shot. Maybe Denke has a camera shot. Let's take a look. Go back live with Sauce. I don't know. I can't tell. I cannot tell. Well, because of that, we have a couple drivers that are kind of getting caught out by where they find themselves. So, I don't know. I do not know. let's see how many laps to go. Coming around this time, take a gander at the next time we cross the line. Looks like Bassbuck is going to be the first one here. It is going to be 6 laps to go here in stage 2. This pack staying relatively the same. The 90 of Clash and trying to get underneath the 18. Nothing happening there. Just kind of shuffling on through the field. Here is the 10 of Monster all by himself. The 61 as well all by himself. A lot of these drivers finding themselves all by themselves. I don't think, again, I don't know what happened in order to put the 51 into the wall, nor the 36 about why he just absolutely skipped turn 3. This isn't a speed run. Well, I mean, I guess technically it is a speed run, but not in that traditional sense where you can like skip levels, you know what I mean? On board the 19 though, rounding out in P7 here, having a strong race, like I said, he is looking for a strong start to his season. Pete Colligator getting the first win on the board at Daytona, and the 19 here trying to continue his gap here. The only thing that really actually allowed Agent Orange to have the lead here in this opening stint this early in the season was actually he's basically had a mountain of stage points, getting a stage win as the 15 of B comp right there, getting forced into the grass a little bit. I'm sure he's not going to appreciate that. So yeah, stage points are at a premium here. Very new to the MRL NASCAR side of things. We usually only reserve that for the Challenger Series. However, we have that now in every series, and they're a nice little pick-me-up in order to kind of shake up a little bit. And like I said, stage points definitely being decision maker on where everything starts and ends. Sauce making up a spot back there. That's going to be for P11, just outside stage point territory. Freedom Flyer a little bit behind, racing with Nape here, as well as Keith back here, trying to draft their way up to the pack. Looks like this is P14, 15, and 16 right now. It looks like Just Ken up the road, so those guys trying to make a little something happen. Just Ken currently is the last car in stage point territory, so Saz and Clay, both of these guys trying to have a strong start to try to get up here. Remember, Clay Clay got caught up in that early incident. No caution to actually allow him to get any stage points in stage 1, but definitely we can see that he has a strong car. Same thing with the 99. Both of these guys getting caught up in early incidents. Now they're trying to dig their way out of this hole here. So that puts Kobe outside stage point territory. That's currently P13 for him. Broadcaster Clay P12 with Sauce being P11. Back on board with Brian SP trying to not get lapped right here, but that'll probably fall a little bit flat as we are, I do believe, coming to 2 to go. We'll have to see as they cross the line next. But all in all right here, not a good start for the likes of like Coyote, Joyrides, Denkate, or anything like that. So let's see as we come around this time. It is 1 lap to go. So we're going to be on board with our leaders here. I apologize, I must have missed that. So let's take a look at this. On board with... let's go Bassbuck right here, because he is trying to make something happen right here. He was having an opportunity to do it last time. However, the lap traffic may play a factor. The 36 of Brian SP may provide a little bit of draft for either the 54 or the 18 here. He's just going to stay low, get out of the way, so excellent job by him. And because of that, that will make sure that the 54 stays up high, and the 18 will have to settle for another P2 in this stage. Rounding out the top 10 right here, it looks like that is going to be Sauce, as he was able to get around Just Ken. Excellent work by him. P10 for him. Too loose, says Agent Orange. Let's check out the Discord. I'm sure that's blowing up right now. 18 sacrificing the win for stage points. Oh, man. Let's see here. 19 is making sure it happened. Not quite sure what that means, but okay. Oh, making sure it happens. That's what that means. Okay, because he's loose. Okay, I was about to say, like, what does that mean? Alright, So, as we wait for all of everything to come on through right here, some movement in this opening run. Looks like Pete Colligator deciding to stay out. Very interesting call. Same thing with Denke. Both of these drivers deciding to not pit. I wonder if they just forgot to hit double X. I think they did, and unfortunately, their entire race is now going to be compromised. Because of that. So Denke is going to stay up high right here. Very tip of the hat to him. Pete Colligator, not so much. So the 54 is going to have the best start of his career right there. And there we go. The 08 is now going to drop to the inside right there. Allow everyone else to go. Maybe. Maybe. As the 7 is going to get there. And now, oh, there we go. The 08 is going to be... That is where the old tires kick in right there. So now the 08 is just trying to get out of the way. The 19, oh my goodness. The 19 coming on up, unfortunate, and there we go. That is all out of sorts, and that is what happens when you try to do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Exactly. When you hit Miss Pit Road, you just back off and slow down. That is exactly what happens when you try to force your way down like that. Do not do that. Ay, ay, ay. So, probably the best break of the for the drivers that didn't pit right there. So unfortunate for the 15 though, so strong in the opening laps. Now being brought out and into the back of the pack. B-Comp is one of those drivers that was up front this entire time. Now he's all the way in the back right here. Still, these guys are going to have to pit one more time. Oh, ay, ay, ay. So, and so that just creates a big issue, honestly. So yeah, the 08, because of that, didn't pit in the stage, forgot to hit double X. He did signal, which at the same time it sucks, but at the same time, slow down. The 90 of JCR Clashing coming up and hitting the side of the 9 right there, kind of getting loose, but nothing too crazy. He is now still going to be right there. Whew. So, the 10 getting forced up out of the way. He's going to be rim riding the top right there. And on the 4 is going to get all out of sorts right there. Now it's going to be the 54 versus the 19. Was actually no, I'm actually more curious on what's happening in the back. Because I'm looking at the 21 of Kobe, so strong in this opening stint. Same thing with the 08 back here. Tried to move forward. So, the 61 as well. Trying to stay into the or trying to get the draft on the 61. Here goes the 15. He's already moved into P15 right here, and all of these drivers now finding a hole for themselves, a home, I guess that you can say. 14 of Clay right here as well, getting into the draft. That is right behind Sauce. That is P9 currently. The 90 of JCR Clashing as well, definitely making some moves. Soaps as well, we go 3 wide up in the lead pack right here, kind of forcing the 44 of Hamilton out of the way a little bit. So it's actually, I know I was talking about the back of the pack, but I actually am curious on what's happening up front now. The 54 already on the top side, getting to the lead. The 44 slamming that door shut, and now the 9 right here running on that bottom side, trying to make that bottom work. The 8 of Freedom Fly right here, P3 in the standings, making that top side as well. That momentum is going to shift to the top side right here, so that's actually going to allow him a little bit of drafting help. So you can just see that absolutely just move right there. The Sauce gassing it up to try to go take a 3 wide. He is going to pick up a spot on the 7 of Mike G. He's going to force his way into the middle right there. Oh, excellent maneuvering by the 99. Very, very risky but he was able to make it work as there was a little bit of contact between the 8 and the 9 back there. The 8 is going to have to give up the spot, as now we can see the 99 as well is going to try to get to the top side of the 9 before he comes on up. Unfortunately, that is not going to work, as the 9 is now going to be on the top side. B. Colin making his way forward right here. So let's see. The 10 of Monster getting, I think, really tight right there. Getting out of the way. There goes B Comp trying to make his way back forward. B Comp, unfortunately, for all of this, trying to make up for lost time here. The 10 of Monster being cut off in the middle. Let's take a look at what's happening in the back of this pack right here. You have the 36 of Brian SP versus the 61 of Joyrides running the top side. Then Kate, unfortunately, rounding up the train right here. And actually, wow, really tight for all these guys back here. The 21, actually. Oh, speaking of tight, this entire battle right here is very, very tight. The Knight of Masoke's down low. The 90 was able to close back in right there. I think the 8 tried to go to the top side of the 19 right there. Unfortunately, was not able to make it work. And now we have the 7, the 90 trying to make it back up to the front right here. As the 7 really stinted on in, the 19 is going to be all out of sorts right there and getting into the outside right there, but back in front of the 7. So I guess that was very much a tip of the hat move to the 7, saying, "Hey, I didn't mean to do that. Head back in. You got this." So let's whew, wow. I had to take a break with that one. All of this excitement here in the beginning part of the race. So, because of that, we have a small little breakaway here. The top 4 is actually breaking away from the 8 of Freedom Flyer there in P5. So because of that, basically the entire top 5 has to actually really watch themselves here to not start fighting. We saw this in the Saturday race where these guys were actually fighting in order to get up to the top spot, but all of this could be moot because the 44 and the 18 are actually battling, so I guess never mind on that. So while that happens, that's going to allow Freedom Flyer to kind of sneak up through to the draft, allow them to move forward. On board with Sauce right here, making his way forward here. Like I said, not a great stage 1, but was having a great stage 2 and now even a better stage 3. So as everyone else is trying to make their way forward here, let's take a look and see what's happening in the front pack. Here is the 78. Oh, the 51 getting into the side of the 4 right there. I guess we picked the battle just in time. The 78 of as the 08 gets tagged by the 4 Broadcaster Clay back here. The 78 has kind of broken himself free from the clutches of the 15 and the 51 back here. Now single file, the 4 Broadcaster Clay really sent it on in. That's actually going to allow the 08 to get underneath him and actually pass him right there. So he's going to have to try to get back in line and actually run forward. Monster is currently P15 right here as of being now. Or as of now. So everyone else behind, P16 on. There's 6 drivers in the second pack. I don't know what happened in order for that little kerfuffle there on the grass. I think that was maybe the 6 kind of running a little bit too low. But these guys in the battle of their own right here. The 21 leading this third pack. The 6 of Keith and the 5 of Napier as well. So all trying to gain some track time right here. Kind of just following in a little line. However, these guys are still going to have to come on down for an additional stop. And I wonder if any of them are looking at their tire light right now. Looks like we have 9 laps to go in terms of fuel. In terms of actual what's it called tire wear. is a completely different story. We do have a battle for the lead, though, so let's go back on board with that. Eventually. There we go. So the 54 was actually under threat by like the likes of the 99 and the 44. But don't look now. That 99 is still on the bottom and trying to make something happen. The 54 on top, though, running a typical line. Technically, it is a little bit faster as the 44 getting all out of sorts, and he will not be able to save it. And the 44 is going to spin there on the apron, the 90 of JCR Clash, and we were on board with it as it happened. Just getting tagged right there. And the 19 getting really loose. Thankfully, no one else was underneath them. But the 44, very unfortunate by him, is going to be all out of sorts for that. So, because of that, you have a little bit of breakaway now. Looks like that 90 was able to make on forward there. The 8 of Freedom Flyer trying to hold that bottom, but kind of getting tagged by the 7. The 19 really sending on in, trying to make sure he can get to that top side there. Unfortunate for him, the 7 is now going to be on the bottom, but the momentum will shift back to the top side here. And as they try to close back in on the lead draft, let's check it and see what's happening with the second draft back here. Looks like the 4 has unfortunately lost touch with that group. The 78 still leads that second, but with BCOM now under fire, or firing the 78, trying to get past, and he will look down low with a little bit of help by the 51, not being able to get underneath there. The 08 as well in this lead pack, or in this little pack right here, trying to make something happen. The 21, the 5, and the 6 still working together. The Dencade as well. The 61 of Joyride, and unfortunately Hamilton really losing on out, putting him plumb last right here. 15 actually was able to get it done right there on the 70. That was in turn 1 right there. The 51 trying to do the same. The 9 battling the 19 right here. This may prove detrimental for the second pack. The 19 really showing that, hey, you know what? I want to get past the 8, so the 8 has to really watch out right here, as they are now going to be trying to push forward here as we get closer and closer to pit stops, looking at a mixture of different laps here. I'm seeing 4, I'm seeing 5. So these guys are going to be pitting here in about 3 laps or so, give or take, and with how many laps to go, 19, this is going to be a pretty easy 4-tire stop and go right here. So really no strategy involved with this. So because of that, you have a very interesting scenario with this. We have 3 packs of 4. So we obviously have the first pack, which is led by Xander, RS Wagon, the 18 of Bassbuck, 99 of Sauce, and the 9D of Clashin'. Then you have the second pack led by Freedom Flyer, the 19 of Agent Orange, the 9 of Masopes, and the 7 of Mike G. The 19 pitting a little bit early here in order to get that short pit here. So the 19 signaling that he's going to be pitting. Everyone else has to kind of make sure that they actually don't actually wreck him right there. But then you also have the third pack right here, which is the 15 of B-Comp, the 78 of Just Ken, the 51 of Coyote, and the 08 of Picola. Now, normally, when you're in a lead draft like this, or in a draft, I should say, you can actually make a lot of time up by just being in a draft. However, you're only as fast as the lead car allows, and not a lot of people know that or recognize that. So maybe the 19 knows something we don't, as we actually do see a battle for the lead right here. I wonder if the 54 is pitting. The 18 running a little bit higher. Very interesting strategy if the 54 is. So it looks like he is. Let's go on board with him. We saw him have a little bit of calamity go into the pits last time, and he will be very swift and cautious to make his pit stop count. So the 54 coming on down for that. Let's go on board with Bassbuck and Sauce. These 2 also race contenders here going into this next stint. Looks like they're both going to be pitting this time. They're both on 1 lap of fuel, so they have to really make this work. Let's see here. We are seeing people talk in the in the Discord. Nothing to be said. Well, I saw so-and-so is typing, so I was a little scared there for a second. But either way, the 18 and the 99 coming on down to 99, really gaining a lot of time right there. Excellent work. As we see everyone else exiting the pits, looks at the 54, clean and green right there. The 7 as well, the 8 of Freedom Flyer exiting his pits. There's the 21 of Kobe, who I do believe is our leader right now. I could be mistaken on that. The 4 also exiting. 36 coming on down. Where's the 19 at? Let's find out where he is. Because he was the first one to come on down, and he, by just short pitting, should be just in front. He may have sped. All right, well, never mind then. So the 19 may have, unfortunately, that may be it right there. 99 as well. Oh, you spun. That's what happened. Thank you. The 99 getting in front of the 18. There is the difference maker right here. The 90 coming on past the 54 a little bit faster. 99 and the 18 are going to be still on the apron exiting the pits. And there we go. The 7 trying to get a little bit of draft. The 8. All wide variety of strategies. Very, very spread on out. P. Cola as well must have spun, or maybe he even got a speeding penalty as he is just now exiting the pits. The 36 as well coming up on the track. Let's take a look and see where everyone is. Sauce currently P3, Denkate P19, Bass P4. Unfortunately, that's not a big gap to kind of get from, because we have everyone else in the middle. The 51 really closing on in on the 78 right here. Masopes being probably the biggest loser on that, as he is now with the second pack. But position-wise, it's actually not that bad, because currently that is only P7 right here. P7, 8, 9, 10. So honestly, Masopes still doing an excellent job, but B-Comp is going to get below him right here, and he's going to have some draft. So he's kind of the Lone Ranger up there on the 9 side of things, but the 51 as well, trying to make the best out of a bad situation and trying to keep on keeping on. We are slowly approaching 10 laps to go here. Lap 63 of 75 here. Xander, our mate wagon, was able to close on in and pass the leader right here, the 90 of Clashin. I think Clashin was able to pit a little bit early, so that is why he is actually that was why he was able to kind of short stop his way through the field. So now now you have the 99 of Sauce as well as the 18 of Bassbuck trying to make up a little bit of time, maybe get a little drafting help right here from the 90 and be able to see what you can do. Here's Hamilton as well. Unfortunate for him kind of being in the back of this pack. I think he's made his way up into P17. Yes, I'm looking at it from Denkate's perspective. He's P17 right here, and you just see 16, 15, 14, and 13 just in front of him. And Hamilton, I know, has pace, so he can actually go and get something done here. On board with this, let's actually go on board with this second pack right here. Well, I guess as we kind of make on for the 99 is making his way up to the 9D, and these guys are actually both closing in on the 54. So that drafting definitely doing a big thing here. And if I know Sauce, he's probably going to make a move on this 90 right here. No, the 90 is actually just saying, you know what, go, man, you got this. So Clashin, kind of tip of the hat move to him, just kind of getting out of the way, knowing that, hey, if I just follow behind him, the draft will actually just carry me forward. So Sauce doing an excellent job right there. Here is the second pack. Freedom Flyer now falling into the clutches of the 15 of B-Comp. The 8 is going to be a very lonely Ranger right here versus the 4 of the 15, 78, 08. Oh, sorry, 51 and the 9, I should say. The 08 of P-Cola, unfortunately, kind of either spinning or maybe getting a pit road speeding penalty there as we are looking at that. Anyway, so there's that move right there. The 15 already trying to get below. A little bit of contact right there. 15 kind of goosing the throttle, trying to not make a bad situation worse. And so now the 15, the 78 as well, trying to make something happen here. And on the 8 right here, there is the move right there, clearly below right there. And now the 8 is going to kind of wash up the track a little bit. Now the 15 will be clearly below. Oh, well, never mind. Getting a little bit loose right there goes the 15, and now basically the 70 and the 15 will swap spots. No harm, no foul. People get loose. It sucks, but, it happens like that. And the 8 is doing a perfect job. Running that middle side, it's so hard for the spot to be taken on the bottom like that. You essentially have to run the bottom and have help behind you, like we're seeing the 15 do there. So now the 8, unfortunately, is going to kind of drop to the middle to the back of this little pack. And keep in mind, though, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second half of the top 10. This is P6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Speaking of the 44 earlier in this run, this is P13 we're on board with right here. Or sorry, that's P14 as P. Cole was able to gap himself. So that's P14, so Hamilton making his way forward right there. Napier, unfortunately, is going to be his next victim, it appears. A little bit of draft happening right here. Kobe to the bottom, the 44 to the top side. Just for a reminder, 7 laps to go as the leaders cross the line now. The second pack of Led by Sauce has caught the 54 of Xander. And that pass should be done by the 44, giving he has enough draft on the 21, and he will. So 44 getting that draft right there. Here's Broadcaster Clay. I do believe in P12, very lonely race. Almost no one in front of him, and the people behind him were the ones we were just on board with. So this is P12 right here. Looks like P11 is Nathan, Agent Orange right there. So those drivers having a little sawed-off battle. And speaking of, the 36 getting way loose right there. This is P18, 19, and 20. Well, 20 is Denkate back there. 21 is behind Denkate, who is Joyrides. Joyrides had a good run in the Cup race. I wonder if the Xfinity cars are just not working to his liking. Now, the 8 moving back forward right here, and these guys are trying to close in on this lead pack right here. Speaking of the lead pack, 6 laps to go here, 99 of Sauce. Try to make a little something happen right here. Now you have right there to the top side goes Sauce trying to get that run on the top side. He should be able to get a good run off of turn 2 and maybe be able to make something happen on the bottom. We'll have to see on board with that. The 54 is going to have to look for that right here. Nope, 99 is playing the long game right here, trying to just play nice, play fair, and not break the draft quite yet. 5 laps to go this time. Unfortunately, Mike G has been dropped from this lead pack, so that is our top 5. Now into the top 4 breakaway right here. In fact, Bassbuck is almost in danger of losing this draft as well for a hot second, as he gets really loose off of turn 2. Now the 54 is starting to break up that draft, but honestly, when there's already 3 cars in line like that, by doing that, you just got to give the top to your opponents right here. So you have to really watch that and play it tactically. 4 to go this time by, so we have a little bit of time before the last lap. Let's check on in with this second pack. The 19 must have spun, unfortunately for him, and he's going to tumble down the order. So there he goes back into P17, it looks like. Not quite sure what happened, if there was contact or something or other. But the second pack right here, led by Just Ken, now broken up. It's now a 3-car pack and a 2-car pack. 78 of Just Ken, 8 of Freedom Flyer, B Comp, and 1. Then you have the 9 of Masopes and the 51 of Coyote in another. So because of that, everyone kind of just finding their own tempo, trying to make their way forward. I wonder if the 19 just kind of got loose. He said he was facing a loose condition earlier, so I wonder if that kind of came back to bite him right there. Maybe not saving the car enough. We just saw Denke getting out of the groove right there, unfortunately for Denke. Still P20. Let's go back on board the lead right here because they are under fire. The 99 Sauce had it, and the 54 wants it. Sauce trying to go for another win. He won the Cup Daytona race, and now Sauce trying to go for the Xfinity Auto Club race. Using that side draft right here is actually really working here. This is the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. So Sauce is going to put it on the line right here. Fastbuck up high. That is going to allow the 54 a little bit of a drafting buddy right here. The 99 Sauce has to watch on out. He's going to get a little bit loose right here. It's going to be very interesting who Fastbuck will go with. A little bit of contact. Then 18 will go to the bottom, trying to take it 3 wide. The 54 will have a better line right here. The 99 will wash up the track, but the 54 will have the traction. Coming on through off of turn 4, though, the 54 will have it. But coming on through, maybe a little bit of side draft to kind of bring him on back. Nothing to be said. There we go. To the line, the 54 sweeping Auto Club in the Saturday Cup race and now the Xfinity Light race after sweeping the stages. Sauce P2, Clash in P3 with Bassbuck getting P4 off of that. As we cycle on through the rest of the top 10, I guess we'll have to wait because as they're kind of going on down. Mike G P5, Just Ken P6, Bcom P7, Freedom Flyer P8, Masopes P9, Coyote P10, P11 is going to be I don't know. We'll have to see though. As we're still waiting on all the drivers to cross on through. There we go. We just finished. Let's see. So P11 is someone. Broadcaster Clay, there we go. He was able to snipe a position right there. P12 is going to be Pete Cole, Hamilton P13, Kobe P14, Keith P15, Agent Orange P16, Napier P17, Monster P18, Brian SP P19, Denkate P20 with Joyrides being P21. So we have our podium here. Let's see. Here we have a lot, a lot of drivers saying, "Oh man, what a race off of that!" Fast lap goes to Clashin with a 39.206 off of that. Excellent work. That is a blister. So let's get our podium up in here. I'm gonna be muted for a hot second. All right, we were waiting on. I found out that 2 of our podium finishers were actually appearing offline, so I had to scroll all the way down in order to do that. So I know that was a little bit longer than I anticipated. But yeah, that was one of those things. That was one of those things that, unfortunately, crap happens for some of these drivers. The Discord is essentially kind of echoing that right here as we wait for our podium guys to get up here. From that, we have a... Oh, hang on one second. All right. So with that, we have our podium guys joining as we speak. We have Xander, and it looks like do believe, Sauce right now. So we're kind of going on through and just waiting for everyone to get in here. Clashing
Good
is who
racing
we're.
out there, Xander. Good clashing.
There we go.
Good racing.
I guess we can start right there. I mean, so we already went through our results right there. A lot of interesting results coming forward here. We had a Coyote who had not a good turn, stage 1 or 2, but finishing top 10. Beat Comp as well, rallying back in order to finish P8, I do believe. It was either P7 or P8. But yeah, moving. I guess we can start with our second place right here. We actually have Sauce. Welcome, Sauce. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Pan. How you doing?
Doing all right. So you came so close to actually getting the win here on Saturday. You were trying to close the gap a little bit, but unfortunately, just not quite getting there at the end. What was your mindset like this race, knowing that you were just here, or at least I was here on your team here in Cobra just a few weeks back.
Yeah, I was just trying to let them hang and have a good time on the top side. I kind of ate the apron, I think, stage one. I had to really just fight through the trenches to get back up to the front. And when I did, I just wanted to stay there and get a good finish. Um, I wanted to get the high side from Xander there. I couldn't quite get it, so went low. I knew the high side was the preferred side for that, but did all I could. I wanted to race him clean, and I just wanted to kind of at the end. I knew we had the fresher of the tires, so I kind of wanted it to come down to us. But Clashing was there as well. Bassbuck made it difficult. It was a good time.
Well, I mean, honestly, it looked to be a fun time up there. Some more so than others, I will say. But you four, because Bass included with that, was able to just separate yourselves from the pack. Why do you think that was?
Oh, they just got the race behind us. Is usually the case. Happened Saturday, and I was the one trying to get out of that pack, so it happened again. It's typical for an auto club. You just want to be in that front 3 to 4, and hopefully it shakes out for you.
Well, I mean, honestly, it did work out for you. Very close to what happened in the Saturday race, but P2 is where you were able to get your spot here. Very almost to the top spot, but excellent job, Sauce, getting that podium spot to start off your season here on this side of things. First podium of the Monday season. Excellent job.
Thank you.
So let's go on to Xander here. Xander, you hate this track. I don't know what to say.
You know, I just before I even say anything, I gotta say, hell of a job to this guy sitting in this interview, this second place guy right here for what was probably the best racing I've ever had at Auto Club. I mean, clean, putting your heart on the line, not just straight clean hard racing. Sauce is the definition of a good clean racer, and I give a lot of respect to him right there. I give
Appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah, incredible driver. I'm so happy to have you on the team. I'm so happy to drive for you in other leagues as well. Yeah, I hate this track.
Yeah, I mean, you hate this track, but you were able to sweep the entirety of the NASCAR side here. I mean, shoot, how'd you do it?
A great setup. We just kept working all day and kept on trying to lead as many laps as possible. I mean, Auto Club is such a difficult track in the dynamic that it's a draft track, and it is, but it's a track position track at the same time. It's, if you lose the pack, if you just maybe get out of line a little bit, you could be looking at getting put in the back. And it also takes a lot of teamwork, and it takes a lot of skill to do that as well. I think that if you have the right people with you, you should be solid.
Well, there we go. Honestly, like I said, it was a hectic for a lot of the drivers here. Some had a better race than others. I'm looking at the Discord right here, and there was a lot of beating and banging. Well, I saw it live in 4K. Well, not 4K. I mean, I don't have the capability for that. For some drivers, and because of that, we had a very interesting top 10. Some were expected to be up there, some not. So Xander, to go winning back-to-back races like that, pretty good. So to just avoid
Yeah, it
the
feels good.
chaos, that's step one, and to be there at the end, step two.
Yeah,
Um,
I finally got some luck in the 54, so I'll take it. The Twix machine was not very nice to me for a long time, so it's nice to get a win at Auto Club. Who would have thought Auto Club? I mean, I think Brandon definitely should have gotten some justice, and I think that we all as a team at GMI had a really good race. So we'll get on to next week, and thank you, Patton, for putting on a great show like you always do, bringing out these great drivers. Really appreciate it, man.
All right, well, there we go. Thank you so much for that. I guess Clashin's not going to be joining us for his interview. So, with that, I just want to say congrats to Xander on the win, race number 2 of the season, lock right there. P2 belongs to Sauce. P3 becomes to Clashin. We're technically not done for our race week here. We actually have one more at Gateway tomorrow for the Challenger Series. This is the round of 8 finale here. Who will make the round of 6? I don't know. It's going to be very close. Coyote is actually the last one out of, or sorry, the first one out of the playoffs. So we'll have to see how we go here. But with that, we're going to close on out for tonight. Congrats, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming on out, taking your time to watch and participate, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.